Hello Skillr fans. Today we will be discussing the 5 different ways to defend punches and explaining the pros and cons of each method. Knowing these techniques will allow you to improve your boxing knowledge, which will translate into a more complete arsenal of tools you can use to defend punches in the ring. So let's start with the breakdown. Blocking. Blocking is the most basic and least fancy technique, but also the most important. Even boxers with the best head movement use it because there is always a moment in a fight where it will be needed, so you better make sure you can block correctly. Blocking involves using your arms to absorb the impact of your opponent's punches. Pros. Not reaction demanding. The great thing about blocking is that you don't have to worry about which punch is thrown. With a solid guard, you just have to make slight adjustments to block any punch, and it doesn't demand much reaction or reflexes.
Doesn't have to throw, just has to have his defense ready and throw short, sharp punches. To a knockdown so far. The Trinidad fans are saying,
great for inside fighting. Blocking is particularly effective in situations like inside fighting, especially for pressure fighters. When you're in close proximity to your opponent, you have less room to move, and a solid guard and good blocking become crucial. Pressure fighters often use this technique to walk down their opponents with constant pressure. Cons. Still getting hit. Despite absorbing the power of the punches, you are still getting hit to some extent. If a boxer is exceptionally powerful, they can break through your guard and you will still feel the impact. That's why it's important to develop a strong guard.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Remember Benavidez to go here in round 6. This is increased.
Abner, he is hitting the body very intently with Ellis pinned in the corner, and now Benavidez unloading on Ronald.
Blocks vision. Another common situation when blocking is when you cover up with your guard, which blocks your vision and limits your attack opportunities. This puts you in a more defensive position where your opponent can take advantage. Parrying. Another more advanced way of defending punches is parrying, a technique that is often underrated. Unlike blocking, which absorbs the energy of the punch, parrying redirects that energy. If mastered, it can be an excellent way to defend without experiencing the impact. Pros. Opens up counterattacks. A well-executed parry leaves you in a good position to launch a counterattack. As you are only using your arms and not your whole body, it often leaves you in your natural boxing stance, enabling you to throw punches effectively. Additionally, a good parry can leave your opponent off balance and vulnerable to a counterattack. Instinctive. Parrying is a natural and instinctive move. Parrying the jab in particular is effective and efficient, and it requires minimal energy compared to other techniques. However, you need to time your parries well and use the correct technique, otherwise it can get you into trouble. Cons. Opens you up to feint attacks. If you mistime your parries, it can leave your head exposed. Some fighters may pick up on that and exploit it by throwing feints to trick you into parrying, only to follow up with a different attack. Footwork. Footwork is indeed an essential aspect of boxing and plays a crucial role in defending punches. It allows you to avoid getting hit by moving in and out of range, pivoting and circling your opponent. Pros. Keeps you out of danger. By utilising footwork techniques such as stepping back, you can stay completely out of range from your opponent's punches, ensuring you a completely safe zone.
tenemos a bicicleta, sino ponerle una pelea difícil.
En el caso de Nonito. Y va a tratar de... Es lo que hacen los cubanos, es lo que hacen. Sin duda alguna, alarma, señores de los...
Historia en el Radio Music City Hall de ahí.
Back.
Lomachenko. Elusive as low.
He just slides one way and punches you from the other angle.
Move again.
Cons. Energy expenditure. Footwork can be very tiring as it requires constant movement and staying on your toes. Developing good footwork demands practice and conditioning to improve endurance and a good balance. Head movement. Head movement involves moving your head off the line of attack to avoid getting hit. There are many different techniques that involve head movement, but the main ones would be slipping, rolling, or a lean back. And even though we'll call it head movement, it really involves all your body, from your shoulders and your waist to your legs. Pros. Best possible counterattacks. Well executed head movement techniques can not only evade your opponent's punches, but also leave you on the best possible position for the best possible counterattack, whether it's slipping, rolling, or a lean back.
The body now, a combination.
Frustrating for opponents. Successfully evading punches through head movement can be as physically as also mentally frustrating for your opponents. Cons. Potential danger. Unlike footwork, head movement requires being within range of your opponent's punches. If executed incorrectly or mistimed, it can leave you vulnerable to getting hit and potentially cost you the fight. Constant movement. To effectively utilize head movement, especially against fast opponents, you must be in constant motion. The constant movement can be demanding and requires significant conditioning and agility.
Yeah, and you're at least the other jab. Lots of jabs, nothing landed. However, Canelo is moving and not punching.
Clinching. Clinching involves grabbing your opponent's arms and holding them close to your body to neutralize their offense. Pros. Breaks rhythm. Clinching is typically used as a last resort when your opponent is getting the better of you. Nevertheless, it is a good solution to break your opponent's rhythm and disrupt their attack. It will also provide you with some time to breathe and recover.
It's a free, fellas.
Double jab. Got from Kessler. Straight right hand, very stiff, getting through.
Hit him with the right hand.
Yeah, different Andre Ward. This has been able to take advantage so much of it,
Mikkel Kessler, 42-1. Lack of vision, Ward.
Kessler wants to stay through the 12 rounds so he doesn't give...
Complete neutralization. When executed properly, clinching can completely neutralize your opponent's attacks, preventing them from generating any effective punches. Cons. No offense. Same way as it neutralizes your opponent's attacks, it also neutralizes yours to a great degree. Even though if you are able to control the clinch, it will give you some advantages and opportunities you can exploit.
Once again. Oh, big left hand drops Richard Comey, round 7.
Each technique has its own pros and cons, and the choice of which one to use will depend on different factors, such as your style, the opponent's style, and the specific situation in the fight. Ultimately, the most effective defense in boxing often involves a combination of these techniques, utilizing them strategically depending on the circumstances of the fight. We would love to know your thoughts on which technique you prefer and why. Let us know in the comments.